Sicily is one of those destinations that has its own unique personality and charisma. It has everything from delicious food, ancient wonders, jaw-dropping architecture, and beautiful beaches. But with so many amazing options around this large island, it can be hard to pick what places are right for you and your vacation. In this video, we will go over 14 of the most popular places to go in Sicily and some hidden gems that you might not know about but will want to add to your itinerary. Dive in with me and let's discover the best places to go in Sicily. Sicily is a large island located at the most southern point of Italy in the Mediterranean Sea. To go over the places you should visit in Sicily, I'm going to be breaking it up into different regions, starting with the east coast, then going down to the southern area, then to the north. First, we're going to be starting in the city of Catania. Catania is a large city on the east coast that has one of the two international airports located on it. So you can fly into Catania from other countries and start your vacation here. It has a beautiful piazza called Piazza del Duomo, a lively fish market that you should definitely visit from Monday to Saturday, and then a beautiful view of Mount Etna. There is also an ancient Roman theater located here, and Catania has beaches because it's on the coast. They might not be the most popular beaches or the most famous beaches, but if you want to hit the beach for the day while in Catania, you definitely can. Here is the piazza at night, where you can see their iconic elephant monument in the center, showing the symbol of the city. And while you're in Catania, you want to make sure to visit Via Prado. This is a popular street and it has all these umbrellas on top, making it a really beautiful location to hang out at too. They have lots of restaurants and bars here. We came here specifically to try pasta alla norma, which is a traditional pasta from Catania with a tomato-based sauce and ricotta cheese. There are also lots of seafood options because, again, you're right on the coast. I have a whole video that I'll link here to show you what to do in Catania, and also check the description for my free travel guide. Next, we are going to the city of Taormina, and this is located about an hour and a half north of Catania. You can drive here or take a bus from Catania. I think that if you are spending any time in Sicily, you should definitely look into renting a car because that's going to be the easiest way to get around. All right, if you're coming to Taormina, it's because you are coming for their beautiful beaches, but they do have other things here as well that are worth visiting, like ancient Greco-Roman theater that sits right on the coast, and then on the other side you can see Mount Etna. And if you're interested in getting a little closer to Mount Etna, you can actually book tours and hikes to go up this active volcano. And if you're interested in shopping while in Taormina, make sure to go to their shopping street, Corsa Umberto. The reason why we went to Taormina is because we were super excited to hop on a boat. I booked a tour from Airbnb Experiences where we got picked up on the beach and taken out for a few hours. I mean, look at this water. This is definitely why you come to Sicily, for this beautiful water. As we were driving around the boat, he showed us a couple of the beautiful hotels that were there. It definitely gave off the luxurious vibes that everyone knows Taormina for. And then they have lots of caves. So if you're interested in seeing the natural rock formations and the beautiful clear water, and they also have this kind of blue grotto. This is where sunlight comes underneath the caves and highlights it and makes this beautiful blue color. We were able to jump off the boat and go swimming for a little bit, so I definitely recommend some time in the water while in Taormina. If you are not interested in getting on a boat, you can still visit public beaches like this. This little island is called Isola Bella, and there is a little public beach right here that you can go to. And if you wanted to go on this nature reserve and check out the island, you can do that as well. I also have a full video of Taormina and what there is to do, including a free travel guide that you can get in the description below. The next city on the east coast I think you should visit while in Sicily is Savoca. It is not a very popular place to go, but you would definitely go for one reason: if you're interested in The Godfather. Yes, this is the city that The Godfather was filmed in.
I'm an American hiding in Sicily.
I was so excited to come here, and it's not too hard to get to. It's about an hour away from Taormina, a little bit off the coast. It is a little town in the hills, and people definitely come here because you can see tons of Godfather memorabilia here. There is a road that goes straight up to the town, so you can't miss it, and people come to sit at the cafe that was used in The Godfather. So you can see it's called Bar Vitelli, and it's a functioning cafe. As you go inside, you're going to see a lot of different memorabilia and photos and actual props from the movie, and you can look but obviously do not touch. And one of the coolest things they have here is Al Pacino's chair. This is still a functioning cafe, so make sure you have a seat and order something to support the local business. We got granita while we were here. This is a Sicilian ice slushy that you can get in different flavors, and you're gonna find it all over Sicily. It is super refreshing, especially on a hot day. Don't forget to get your photo taken in the same spot that Al Pacino was sitting, right next to the door. While you're going around this town, there are many places to see. There's actually Godfather tours that you can book that will take you around to these different locations, the different spots they walked in the movie, and the church where they got married. If you need more information about Savoca, you can watch this video next. If you're going to Sicily, check out my free travel guides that I have in the description below. I also have a fully customizable Sicily itinerary that you can purchase that tells you everything you need to know to plan the best trip to Sicily. The next place you have to visit in Sicily is the island of Ortigia. This is also on the east coast, but more in the south, and I really loved it here. This was an actual little island, and so it's surrounded by water, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can walk around these little streets and alleyways forever. The island of Ortigia is about an hour south of Catania, and remember, if you bring a car, to check the parking because you cannot park everywhere and you don't want to get a ticket. One of the most popular things to do while in the island of Ortigia is to go on one of these little tuk-tuk rides. This was the best way to see it, and we were able to hop on here, and he took us to all the main sites. There are evidence of people living in the area of Sicily since the Bronze Age. So the Greeks were here, the Normans were here, lots of different people conquered Sicily throughout history, so they have lots to see, and Ortigia is no different. This is a castle right on the water, and you can walk in here. You have to buy a ticket, so make sure you check times and dates before you go. And then they also have Greek ruins. This is the Temple of Apollo. One of the best things about our tuk-tuk tour was that he had a recording for all the places we were going to, so when he dropped us off somewhere, there was a recording to tell us about what we were looking at.
Santa Lucia on the Barby of Santa Lucia is the patron. Saint of Syracuse, born in Syracuse, Mars. You have 10 minutes to
And of course, we spent our evening by the water. We found a place right on the water to watch the sunset.
Hello. How's the water?
It feels so good.
Really?
It's so hot outside. This is amazing. Watching the sunset here was the perfect way to end our day in Ortigia, and this is a town that I would have loved to stay at for a couple days. We were only here for one day, but looking back, I would have definitely loved to spend the night here, and I really explored it. For more info on Ortigia, check out this video next. Another town you should add to your list while you're in Sicily is the town of Noto. This is in the southern eastern region as well, and they are known for their Baroque architecture and being a very walkable, beautiful town, and they are also known for the Sicilian dessert of cassata. The next place you have to visit while in Sicily is Agrigento. This is in the central southern coast of Sicily, and it is actually one of the larger cities on Sicily's island, but what they are known for tourists at least, are the Valley of the Temples. So this was a place that was inhabited by the Greeks, and they built a bunch of temples here that you can walk around and see now. There's also a very famous statue that is from modern times laying right in front of one of the main temples. When you come here, you want to make sure that you get a tour guide at the front gate. There'll be many tour guides waiting out when you buy your tickets. Tickets are $12 for adults and a reduced price for older and younger people. You will negotiate the price for the tour guide separately and pay them directly, but it's always totally worth it to get a tour guide so they can explain to you everything about the location and the people who built it.
The name was Akragas, and 200,000 people lived here. This was one of the wealthiest cities in the Mediterranean.
This is a really large place, and you can plan to be here between 3 and 4 hours. Our tour guide was great, and she led us around everywhere, so we didn't have to worry about what we were going to see and how to get there efficiently. She led us around and explained everything to us. But remember, it's outside and hot if you're going in the summer, so definitely bring a hat. Watch my full video about Agrigento and the Valley of the Temples here. All right, the next place you have to visit while you are in Sicily and Agrigento specifically is the Stairs of the Turks, or Scala dei Turchi, and this is about a 20-minute drive away from Agrigento. So we did both of these things in the same day. People come here just to see the beautiful limestone walls that are right next to the water here, and it's basically shaped and formulated into a little staircase, and the legend goes that the Turks would actually come and climb these to conquer or try and go on the island of Sicily. It's an actual beach, so if you want to come and hang out here, you can. The part that I'm showing you here is a secluded area that does not have any restaurants or chairs on it, but you can walk around. Right around the corner, you can find different beach clubs and restaurants to eat at, so they will have chairs and umbrellas if you wanted to rent them for the day and grab something to eat. Watch this video to learn how to enjoy your day while visiting Scala dei Turchi. Now we're going to be going to the central part of Sicily, and this is definitely where you would need that rental car. So don't forget to get a rental car if you plan to go to all these places. So we're going to make the first stop at Piazza Aramina, and that is basically a very small town on a hilltop that doesn't have a lot in terms of tourist attractions, but it does have a Roman villa that is absolutely amazing because it has a lot of the original mosaics on the floor. What they're known for is this mosaic right here, and it is basically called the Ladies in Bikinis. This Roman villa was made in the early 300s, and we do not have a lot of places like this that show such detailed mosaics from this time period. So if you're interested in history, I would definitely check it out. So the whole reason why we came to this part of Sicily was to see that Roman villa, and while we were here, we thought we would check out the main town, and this is their main piazza with the cathedral. It was pretty sleepy. I mean, there wasn't much to do in this town, but we did find this one restaurant that was open, and I'm pretty sure it was the only place open, but when we went in, we loved it and we were treated so well. I loved eating here, and look at this wall of wine. Oh my god. So I really enjoyed it here, and the man that helped us was so nice, and he brought us out pretty much everything. We didn't know exactly what to order, so we had plates of cheeses and meats, and we had arancini, which was so good here. This was the best arancini I had anywhere in Sicily. I also have a video about this town telling you how to get here and how to enter the Roman villa and what to see while there. Now we're going to be heading up to Sicily's northern coast, starting with the Aeolian Islands. This is a group of 7 islands that are located off the northern coast. There are no airports here, so you have to take a ferry or boat to get here. I will talk about where to catch the ferry after I talk about the Aeolian Islands. But one of the big draws here is the volcanic island of Stromboli. So there are some that are inhabitable and some that are not, and you can take tours to go see these volcanoes at night if you want to see the eruption. We stayed at one of the main islands, and we stayed on Lipari, which is probably the most developed island, but other islands that are big enough to stay at and nice are Salina and Panarea. These islands are vacation hotspots for Italian and tourists alike. So when you go here, there's more to do than just sit by the pool. We went to the archaeology museum here, which was amazing. They have items all the way back from the Bronze Age and the Greeks, and we learned how to drink one of Sicily's very famous after dinner drinks. Hello.
Malvasia.
This is the biscuits.
Yeah.
The practical biscuits of the Malvasia.
Malvasia.
The name is sesamini.
Sesame.
Sesamini in Italian, yeah.
Sesame seed. Sesame.
And then you dip it. Show me again. Yeah, dip it. Going to the Aeolian Islands was truly a vacation, and I loved the hotel we stayed at. It had this beautiful infinity pool that overlooked the port of Lipari. I will link it down below if you're interested. But one of the most fun things that we did while in Lipari was go on a boat ride. As you know, boats are my favorite thing. I love to hit the water, and this is a great afternoon trip that you can do. You can go on group tours or do a private tour like we did, and they'll drop you off at different places so you can enjoy the beautiful water. If you want to see my whole travel guide video, I will link it right here, and you can also get my free Aeolian Island travel guide that you can download from the link in the description. All right, now how do you get to the Aeolian Islands? This is us getting off the ferry, but we started our trip to the Aeolian Islands from the town of Milazzo. This is definitely not a super popular town, but this is where you should go to catch the ferry to the Aeolian Islands. We stayed the night in Milazzo so we could take the first ferry out to the Aeolian Islands, and there are other cities on the north coast of Sicily that you can get the ferry from, but Milazzo is the fastest, so I recommend going to Milazzo. We had an amazing night here, including some really good food. I made a whole video about it if you're interested to see what that town is like and how to take the ferry to the Aeolian Islands. Now we are going to be going to the capital of Sicily, Palermo. And this is the other place that has the international airport, so you can fly in here and start and end your vacation here if you'd like. Palermo has lots to see and do, including visiting their 12th century cathedral and their very famous opera house. You can take tours of the opera house or go see a show here. One of the things I was most interested in was seeing their food markets. Palermo has many different food markets you can go buy produce at, you can buy gifts and souvenirs, and this is a great place to get local street food. We went on a food tour to taste all the different street food around Palermo, and I will link it in the description below if you're interested. This was a great way to get a whole bunch of little bites and be shown around to see what is really from Palermo and how they truly eat here. So I highly recommend doing something like this so you can taste a lot of different things. The most adventurous thing that we had that night were spleen sandwiches, which apparently is very popular in Palermo. And if you are up for it, I suggest giving it a try. I made a whole video about Palermo street food that you can check out so you know where to go and what to eat while in Palermo. Another really interesting thing that we did in Palermo was take an anti-mafia tour. So this helps you understand the real life mafia and how it has affected Sicily over the years. And if you're interested in that, I will leave a link in the description below. The next place we're going to be going on Sicily's northern coast is Mondello Beach, and this is a great day trip from Palermo, so you can hop over here and hang out for the day. You don't have to stay overnight here if you don't want to, but you definitely can. This is a very popular beach in Bay Area. As you can see, it has the beautiful water that Sicily is known for, and there are lots of spaces for you to hang out on the beach itself. A couple things to note: it is so popular that you want to make sure you get here early if you're trying to grab a place in the sand and enjoy the free part of the beach. Otherwise, get there early to go to a beach club and rent a chair and umbrella so you can have a place to sit throughout the day. There are lots of bars and restaurants along the beach, so you don't have to worry about bringing food with you. You can find everything there. We took a tour from Palermo on a boat over to the bay and enjoyed it for the day. If you want to see how to get there and everything you need to know about Mondello Beach, I have a whole video about that. I will link here. The next place you should add to your list while visiting Sicily is Cefalù. This is also on the northern coast, but right in the center of the island, and it is an old medieval town that is known to be one of the most beautiful places to visit in Sicily. What they are known for are obviously their beautiful beaches in the summertime, but also Norman cathedrals, amazing mosaics, and archaeological zones with ancient ruins in it. You can take a day trip from Palermo or spend a couple days exploring this very cute village. Lastly, we are going to be going to the northern west side of Sicily to visit the town of Trapani. And this is supposed to be a beautiful city. I did not get to go here, so if you've been here, let me know in the comments below and tell me how it was. I would like to go see their ancient ruins. They are also known for their windmills and beautiful beaches. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. That helps YouTube know to push it out to people who are also looking for Sicily videos. And if you want to check out any other detailed videos, you can find them all on my Sicily itinerary right here on YouTube. See you then.